In this review, I'm going to cover the key features and capabilities of the Spotify music application. As most of you are aware, the Spotify service was launched in the US a couple of weeks ago after an almost 2-year delay. I will cover the various features including the pricing option, how to create public playlists, subscribe to playlists created by your friends on Facebook or through certain public websites. We will also take a look on how to create collaborative playlists and the Spotify app on the iPhone and demonstrate how the various playlists stay in sync between the various devices. Now, before we dive into the features, let's take a quick look at the pricing options. In the most basic option, you can get the service for free based on an invite from a friend who has premium service, or you can request an account by going to the homepage www.spotify.com. With this version, you have access to the entire library of 15 million songs, but they are ad supported. This is how the artists get paid. The second option costs $5 a month. With this, you have access to the entire library as well. However, there are no ads. This option does not give the ability to download the songs, to listen in an offline mode, or play them on your mobile device. The premium option costs $10 a month and gives you a streaming option to your desktop that includes a PC or a Mac. In addition, you can stream music to a plethora of smartphones. A comprehensive list is available on their website. This option also enables you to download 3,300 songs each on 3 different devices that can be any combination of desktop and smartphones. You have the option of downloading and listening to the songs in the offline mode. However, that does not mean you can burn them to a CD or save them to a private collection. Now let's take a quick look at the user interface and the various options available to the users. Now by clicking on What's New navigation on the top left-hand side, you will see 3 different tabs. What's New, which contains the new releases, Top Lists, and Feeds. Now by clicking on the top list, under the Everywhere section, you will see the top 100 tracks or albums that are most listened to. You can also click on another area, Sweden for example, and see what is most popular there. You will notice that some of the songs are grayed out. This means Spotify doesn't have the licensing deals to play them in that region. You also have the option of subscribing to these top 100 songs. Let's launch the iPhone Spotify application. Now, since you're logged into a common account, you will notice the list between the phone and the desktop are synchronized. You can add songs on either device and automatically they will appear on the other. Now, same holds true for playlists as well. I will demonstrate that in a moment. Now, let's take a look at how to subscribe to a public playlist that has been created by one of your connections on Facebook. In order to do that, you have to connect to Facebook from within the Spotify application. Once done, on the right-hand side, you can see all the connections who've done the same, and clicking on any one will reveal the public playlist they have shared. You can subscribe to their playlist and it will immediately show up on your desktop. Also notice that within a lag of couple seconds, the list is also synchronized with your smartphone. Additionally, there are public websites that have created thousands of playlists that anyone can subscribe to. Now let's take a look at one of those. In this example, we go to sharemyplaylist.com, and as you can see, there are over 49,000 playlists created by Spotify enthusiasts. You can add the playlist by clicking on it and launching the Spotify application. The list of songs shows up on your Spotify application and you can choose to subscribe it. Again, notice the playlist instantly shows up on your mobile device as well. I'm going to unsubscribe and demonstrate that it gets deleted from both my devices simultaneously. Let me show you how you can mark a playlist to be available for offline usage on the mobile device. Simply toggle the switch to yes and the songs start to download. Now I'm going to add one more song to my jazz playlist. Once the song is identified and I drag it into my playlist, notice how quickly the download process begins on my smartphone. Now let's cover a few more options. Now the library consists of your entire collection of songs, both from Spotify and music collection you personally own. Your iTunes playlists are also imported into Spotify to give you a single app from where you can listen to all your music. Local files consist of just personal collection of your music. By right clicking on the playlist, you will see that you have a few more options available. You can mark it for play, you can rename a playlist, choose it as a current playlist, or select it as a collaborative playlist. Now let's talk about the collaborative playlist in a little bit detail. Let's say you and your friend have been chartered to put together the music collection for an upcoming event. You can mark the list as collaborative and copy the URL and send it over to your friend. Once that's done, both of you can collaboratively work on that playlist. Any changes, additions, or deletions made by either will appear on the other person's list. Once finalized, you can unmark it to ensure the other person can make no further changes. Now you can also choose to share a list to the social networking sites. If you ever want to search for a public playlist for a given username, you can do so by typing Spotify user ID of that person. This option is quite useful if you ever want to see which all of your playlists have been marked as public. The last feature I want to show is an app called Airfoil that you can buy for $25. Most of you are familiar with AirPlay, a protocol used by Apple to send music/video from iOS devices such as iTunes, iPhones, iPads, iPod Touches to Apple TV. Airfoil sends audio to remote speakers including iOS devices, other computers, and hardware devices. In this case, the Airfoil app hijacks the Spotify application and sends the audio to Apple TV and Airport Express, enabling you to listen to Spotify music service via your home theater system or speakers attached to the Airport Express. Now this concludes the review, and I hope you found it useful.